What's going on YouTube, Brad Vapes here, back for another e-liquid review, and I'm going to start off by mentioning I have got the window open here. You know what, actually I'm going to close it. It's getting a bit cold in here. I was going to mention the sound, and I apologise about the sound, but I mean, might as well close it now because it's a little bit nippy. Right, okay, so these liquids are from Concept Liquids again, the same as the last video. But I'm just going to go back through what I've mentioned in the last video just to like sort of recap in case you haven't watched that or in case them flavours didn't interest you, but these ones might. Conceptliquids.com is the website which these manufacture these liquids. But as I mentioned in the last one, Jeff from House of Mods is the one who contacted me about this. And obviously they've got their House of Mods site, which is where they sell hardware. They've got House of Liquids, who you know, make liquids. And then they've got Concept Liquids, which is their lab, which also makes House of Liquids. But from what I've seen, they don't sell the Concept Liquids on the House of Liquids website. So on Concept Liquid, you can go to, where is it, authorized resellers, and these are people that sell the liquids with authorization. And the one that I've found that sells the liquids, because one or two of them don't sell them anymore, so that might be a problem with their website, so maybe they're just out of stock, so they took them down. But the one that I've found is Veil Vape, so if you do want any of these, or if any of these interest you, sorry, have a look here, and you can see that 10ml is $4.95. 30ml is $9.95, and I think personally that's a decent price, but it's down to you and your preferences as to if you think that's a decent price or not. And you can get it in 6, 0, 12 or 18mg strength, and like I said, 10 or 30ml quantities. But yeah, and also on the Concept Liquids website, you can, let's see if I can do this without looking. Yeah, you can click on the liquids that you want, and it tells you the flavour. It gives you a rating out of 5 for flavour, out of 5 for aftertaste, and out of 5 for throat hit. In my reviews, I never really mentioned the aftertaste or anything like that because I think it's the actual flavour of the liquid that matters. But if there's a noticeable aftertaste or a bad or a particularly good aftertaste, then I will mention it. But that just never really feels like something that I want to mention. But I will mention the flavour, and I always mention like the sort of the throat hit or how it feels sort of thing, or the vapour production basically. So flavour and vapour production is the main things which I cover basically. But yeah, so in this video we're going to be checking out winter fruits and sour apple. These, I can't find the specified or the specific, sorry, PG-VG ratio, but I'm guessing it's around 50-50, maybe a little bit more PG heavy, so maybe 60 PG or maybe even 70 VG. But the vapor production is decent, and this is the winter fruits one. As I mentioned in the last video, I was kind of a naughty boy. I've used almost all of the winter fruits one before even doing the review, because I tried it before I started. It's the only one that I tried before I started, because it smelled so nice, and it is really nice. So I'm going to do this review, but again, before I carry on, each bottle has a little label attached to it under the triangular sticker, and these unravel to show you sort of warnings, and honestly it's got a warning for basically toxic if swallowed, if you get it on your skin, wash it off, and it's got one of them warnings for like every language in the world, or at least, you know, a couple. But yeah, so we're going to try out winter fruits first. It's a 1.4 ohm coil, or at least the coil is reading out 1.4 ohms. It jumps out a little bit with his Octopus RDA. It's a little bit temperamental since the little screws are hard to tighten down. But that's around 9.7 watts, between 9.7 to 10.5 depending on where the ohms are, at 3.7 volts. And this is winter fruits, which is 6mg in nicotine strength. And we'll just try it and I'll show you how it performs. And I mean, as I mentioned, I've vaped a lot of this already because I think it is a really, really nice liquid. It's almost got a cool feeling to it. I know it's winter fruit, but I mean, I don't think it's particularly got a menthol taste, but it definitely has a coolness to it. And I don't know if that's just my mind playing tricks on me because it's called winter, but I mean, it's just got a really nice, clean, crisp, fruity taste. But I can't put my finger on any one fruit, and I apologise, my phone just went off. I can't put my finger on any one fruit which is in there. I'm just muting my phone, but it's definitely a fruity taste, and I'm definitely getting a bit of a crisp sort of menthol taste to it. And the aftertaste, to be honest, I'm not really getting much of an aftertaste. You can see vapor production is fine. Again, that will depend on your setup, the resistance of your coil, the PG-VG ratio, all that sort of stuff. But I've got a pretty standard setup right now at 3.7 volts with a 1.4-ish ohm coil. It's pretty standard at the moment. So obviously depending on what you're using, what PG/VG ratio, and all that, that'll all be a variable factor to vapor production. But the flavour itself, like I mentioned, it's fruity, but let me try and figure out any fruits that I can taste. I honestly can't put my finger on any one fruit. It is a fruity flavour. It's not a fruit, it's just a fruity flavour. And that's a really bad way of describing it, but hopefully if you've tried fruity liquids, you know what I mean when you can't really put your finger on any one fruit, but you can taste the fruit. And we've got now, where is the atomizer gone? Oh, there it is. Okay, now we're trying sour apple, same PG/VG ratio, 6 milligrams, and this coil is reading out at. Let me just line up my air hole. Oh, wrong side. Ah, wait there. My wick bunched up inside. Okay, let me just line up my air hole. Yeah, so this is the same PG/VG ratio, 6 milligrams, but this one is sour apple. And as I mentioned in the last one, I'll have close up with the bottles of e-liquids as I go through this, by the way. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that already. But you can see I'll put a picture of them both together right now. They've got like a cool design where each design's the same, but it varies in colour with sometimes little decals. Like you can see there's little apples there, like little graphics of apples, which is kind of a cute little add-on. But yeah, so this is sour apple, and we'll give it a vape, and it does just smell like sour apple. It smells really nice. I've tried a sour apple by D-Lice, which is a French e-liquid, so I can maybe compare that to this, but I haven't tried that in a long time, so it'll probably just have to be a review rather than a comparison. It's making my tongue water. Instantly my tongue started watering there because of the sort of sourness to it. Both of these have got a decent throat hit, by the way, especially since the 6 milligrams is definitely a bit of a throat hit there. Not too much, but if you want more, obviously you can get a higher nicotine, you know, nicotine level. And again, these octopus RDAs are getting a bit temperamental at the moment. The little bolts which you fasten the coils down with are getting a bit loose. But yeah, 1.2 ohms, 3.6 volts is 10.8 watts, and that's what I'm running this at. And you can see the vapor production is quite good, especially considering it's like just in a little dripper, a little octopus RDA. So depending on your setup, again, it'll be different vapor production. But honestly, I'm getting apple. Again, it's not an apple taste. It's not like apple. It's not like a real apple. It's like more like a sweet apple, like a prosthetic sort of apple sweet. But it's just it's like in a way it tastes like, I don't know if you've tried this. It's a UK thing, but they're called toxic wastes. The sweets are called toxic wastes, or toxic waste. I'm not sure, but yeah, it tastes like toxic waste. Or maybe a brain, that's another UK sweet which I don't think they have in America, but it just tastes like a sour apple sweet. That's like the perfect way of describing it. Sour apple is the perfect description for this because it is just like a sour apple sweet. Okay, so that was sour apple. It's quite nice. I would recommend that one. Both really nice liquids. Both really tasty. The flavour's definitely up there. With the flavour chart. Oh, my TV is trying to shut down. Let me just stop that. The flavour's up there for both of the liquids. Some liquids that I've reviewed recently haven't had that much flavour, but these ones are definitely up there. So concept liquids are getting something right. But I'm just going to mention I have got 4 liquids here that unfortunately I'm not going to review because I hate, or at least I hated, tobacco liquids. But I might try 1 or 2 of them on camera just to see if maybe they can change my mind. But if it goes to shit and if I don't like them, then I'm not going to upload it because I don't like tobacco liquids anyways. But if it does change my mind, then I will upload a video of them. But no offence, I highly doubt it. Because smoky tobacco, that just sounds dreadful to me. Dark leaf just sounds terrible. Light leaf doesn't sound so bad. And the Sumatran, I don't know, it's a weird name. that I don't even know what that means. Apparently it's an exotic flavour. That's what they described it as on their website. But I may review them, but maybe not. And all we've got left is a cappuccino cafe club flavour. It's called Cafe Club, and that is really, really dark. It is a see-through bottle, but it looks almost black in there. And then we've got mint, which is the complete opposite, which is completely clear. And then yeah, I didn't mention, but child safety lids, so you don't have to worry about any of your kids getting into these bottles if you've got kids. But I'd still keep them out of reach of children. Just safety first. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you like the video. Leave a comment if you've tried these and want to say something, or if you just have something to say in general, if you just want a general natter. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I mention every video it's nice to have new people wanting to watch my videos whenever they're uploaded. And yeah, so yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm Brad Vapes, and thanks for watching.